ladies, I'm back again. So we're going to jump right into it. My foundation, my blush, and all that good stuff is already filled in. So I'm taking this spoolie and I'm just going to brush my eyebrows up right into the direction that I want them to go. I love brows, so you know my brows got to be fabulous, honey. Next, I'm taking that Makeup Forever brow filler and I'm just going to outline my brows and fill them in. I'm not starting at the beginning of my brow because I don't want it to be too intense. So later on, I'll go back and fill that in. So as you can see, I'm drawing a line to shape my brow. And then later, as you'll see again, I'll go back and fill it in. So as you can see, I'm starting to go back and fill my eyebrow in. So with the leftover product on the brush, I'm just going back to fill my eyebrow in so it won't be too dark or too intense. You never want the beginning of your brows to be intense. And that right there, that demonstration is just to show you where you should start your eyebrows at. Right at the tips or the corners of your nose. And I took my time on this part because I really wanted to show you how I did my brows. So I'm just going back and finishing the second brow and just filling it in. One thing about brows, they're sisters, they're not twins. And it took me a long time to realize and understand that I'm not going to get my brows 100% perfect. But if I can get them close, then it is all good. Next, I'm taking that spoolie and just brushing my brows to blend out any harsh line in my brows. So next, I'm taking Soba eyeshadow, and I know I need to get a new one because of that big hole in that eyeshadow. But I'm taking that eyeshadow and I'm going to go over my brows with that. And what that does is that helps to soften up my brows, lighten up my brows, and set my brows, and just give them a finish. It's just like when you paint your nails, you know, you apply a top coat and it gives it that pop, pop, pop. Yes, honey. Next, I'm taking a flat tip concealer brush and I'm going to use my I think it's NW25 mixed with NC35 by MAC Studio Concealer, and I'm going to fill in my, I'm going to highlight under my brow. So I'm just going to start drawing a line under my eyebrow, and then later on you'll see that I'm going to blend it out. Some of you don't like this technique, some of you love it, but I love it. You know, just as long as you keep it natural and the highlight under your brow doesn't look like you glued powder under your brow. It shouldn't be that bright. So I prefer more of a natural highlight in my brows, for my brows. And it just really cleans it up. You know, if you're in between, you know, waiting to get your brows done, that technique helps to conceal any of the new baby hairs growing under your brows. So next, I'm taking my brush, my blending brush, and just kind of blending out any excess concealer I may have under my brow. Wow, do you see that? That's a natural brow. Yes, honey, I know how to do some brows. I love brows. Sorry, I just got kind of excited. So the brows are done. We are on to the next step. Next, I'm taking that Urban Decay Primer Potion. And yes, it must be some kind of magic potion, because that right there, it really keeps my eyeshadow on, and it really intensifies my eyeshadow. It's just amazing. It must be some kind of potion. I really like that primer. So I'm just taking a little bit and I'm just going to blend it on my eyelid. And you want to make sure you go a little bit above your crease, so you know when you open your eyes up, that line there won't, the eyeshadow won't disappear and it'll stay on, if that makes sense. Next, I'm taking the Missy Lynn palette, and you can get that at bhcosmetics.com. I'll leave everything in the description box. And as you'll see, I'm going to start with the cream color first and apply that on my eyelid. I'm taking a concealer brush and just patting that on my eyes. So to intensify your eyeshadow, make sure you do your base first and then dip your brush in the eyeshadow and pat on your eyelids. Okay, that's the technique you want. You want to pat, pat, pat. Don't brush it on. Pat on your eyelids. Next, I'm taking my blending brush with no product on it and just blending out any harsh lines from the eyeshadow that I've previously applied. Next, I'm going to take that beautiful violet purple and I'm going to blend that in my crease. Apply that to my crease. That's more of a narrow blending brush, and what that is going to do is help me to apply that color and place it a little bit more intense than the other brush. The more narrow the brush is, the more you're going to get a color payoff. So if you want to intensify your eyeshadow or have more of a darker or brighter eyeshadow, you want to use a more narrow blending brush. The bigger the blending brush is, in my opinion, it's just going to help diffuse the eyeshadow more and soften it up. But that's my technique and that's what works for me. So as you can see, that purple is just the bomb. It's so intense. Next, I'm taking, as I was telling you, I'm taking the bigger blending brush and just kind of blending out any harsh lines. Next, I'm taking the darker eyeshadow, purple eyeshadow, and I'm going to take that same brush to apply the purple eyeshadow in the outer corners of my eyes. Also, the smaller brush helps to place the color more. You know, you have more control of where you want that color to go with the more narrow brush that I'm using. But that's just my opinion. That eye's coming along, yes! So, you know, I took that little brush and wiped off any excess shadow I had on my eyes. So as you can see, I have the lighter purple in my crease and then the darker purple in my outer corners. I'm loving it. Yes, look at that eye. It is coming along together. So next I'm taking that bigger blending brush and just kind of diffusing the eyeshadow and spreading it out and just blending out any harsh lines, because you don't want any harsh lines on these eyes, okay? Next I'm taking my pencil brush and mixing the darker purple and the lighter purple, and we're going to apply that shadow under my eye to give it more of a smoky effect, a smoky purple effect. It's quite lovely, eh? Look at that. Doesn't that make such a difference, guys? Fabulous! Next, I'm taking that cream white eyeshadow that I applied in the beginning and just applying it in the corners of my eyes to brighten up that space. That's a really good technique if you want to brighten up your eyes. Next, I'm taking my Tarte clay eyeliner, and we're going to just start applying the winged out eyeliner. So I'll be doing that on the top and on the bottom. And as you can see, when I apply my eyeliner, I don't start from the beginning and start here and finish there. I try to start in the middle towards the end, because that won't, I won't mess up like that. I'm less likely to mess up. So I've applied my liner and my lashes. I couldn't do my lashes on camera, y'all. I'm not cute with it yet, okay? So I took my lip liner and my gloss, and I am done. Do y'all see this? Yes, honey. Thank you.